Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome. Make sure. I just want to say hello and welcome everybody. Welcome. Make sure. Okay, so let me. I just want to say hello and welcome everybody. Welcome. Make sure. So let me minimize this. I just want to say hello and welcome everybody. Welcome. All right. I think I should be good now. All right. So if you can see me, if my audio is clear on your end, let me know. I'm looking on the Facebook as well to just make sure I'm good. All right. Okay, so I think I am good. I think everything is good on my end. Okay, all right. So if there's any issue with my audio, guys, please let me know. Thank you, and welcome. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. All right, so I think I'm good. I can. Yeah, so if there's any issue, let me know. Yeah, so I'm looking on the Facebook, so at least I can monitor the comment and be able to respond right away. All right, so today it's gonna be brief, but I really want to share some tips, for marketing and getting a private paid client. Yes, that's what I'm talking about this afternoon, and it's gonna be here once I'm done. So at least for those who are not able to join right now, they can catch on the replay. So it's gonna be on the platform. So for those who don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. Then I dive in. It's gonna be very brief. So you can grab your lunch and let's dive into this together. My name is Victoria. I'm Victoria Showme. By profession, I'm a registered nurse. I'm a registered nurse. I've been in the medical field for about 20 years or so. Yes, over 10 years as a registered nurse. Over 10 years. And my experience with what kind of spent through, I have done home health before. I have done some hospice a little bit. And for most part, I work in the hospital. I work in the hospital for most part, and I transitioned into what is called case management. Case management, like a discharge planner. So maybe if you hear me that, you may be hearing that term for the first time, discharge planner. And I worked at a very busy hospital. And I'm like the one who actually send referrals to different agencies, to home care, to home health, to hospice, to facilities. So I coordinate all of those. And even prior to me starting my agency, which is Petra Home Care, I have helped because I do healthcare consulting. I help with their sales and marketing. I have helped quite a lot of agencies to help them to grow and giving them some tips until I finally started out on my own. My business, the Petra Home Care. So I kind of have some knowledge with home care, with the referral process, and that's why I can pick on my brain anytime. I'm in Texas, in the state of Texas, precisely the beautiful Houston city. Yeah, I'm in Houston, suburb of Houston. So, and we have so many agencies here, so many things, but Texas, that's a little bit different. So those who are new, if you're in Texas, before you start accepting patient, accepting client, you need to be licensed. All right, you need to be licensed. All right, so that's just a little bit. And today talking about private care clients. And I'm gonna show two things why I do not go Medicaid route. I do not take clients that that are Medicaid, like we call them provider services. I do not take any Medicaid client. My clients are private paid client. Yes, can you hear that again? And these are two things why I do not go into Medicaid. One thing is like Medicaid in Texas, they do not pay well for for provider service. I mean, I think in the country is one of the least paying from the government for provider service. Least. The last time I checked was $12 and a few cents. Okay, because I know I've helped some people do that. And with Medicaid, Texas here is a little bit challenging because they have so many rules, so many things you have to go by, the electronic visit, different things. I mean, it's crazy. And it's I tell people, because I've had people, when they have Medicaid clients, maybe later on they do an audit or something. Most of the time, sometimes they have to pay back the government. Like we are getting a little bit and then you have to pay back. They're on top of you for different things. So to me, I think it doesn't work my stress. It's good, all right, because it's a way to start, one way to start. But for me, I'm like, you know what, the stress is too much. That is why, one of the reasons. And the second reason is when you have a Medicaid client and government is not paying you that much, that means your caregivers, no, you're not going to pay them that much. Probably you're going to be paying them $8, $8.50, $9. I mean, for those who pay much for Medicaid, if they paid, I mean, like they go out of their way, they pay, it's probably they paying $10 per hour. Maybe they pay $10 per hour. I mean, and that is extreme, all right? Because that means you are not making money. I mean, what is going to be covering for your overhead, what's going to be covering for whoever is doing the assessment, what's going to be covering for, you have to be on call and different things like that. That means you're not going to be able to have enough caregivers to care for those clients. And as you guys know, for the past few months, it's been challenging to have caregivers. So if you call them, I mean, like every week I do interviews because it's like you have to keep up with that, like keeping up with the Joneses, like they said. They'll be telling you, I want to be paid $14. I want to be paid $13. Even you yourself as the owner, you're not getting $14 from the government. How can you pay somebody $14? And if you now tell them I'm going to pay you $9, you won't have, I mean, it's going to be difficult to have caregivers. So that is one of my reasons, okay? I do not go through the Medicaid route. Maybe later on, if they begin to pay like $18, $20, guys, I may change. I may consider it, but like for now, I'm not. And those are two main reasons, some of my two main reasons not having to go through that. But if once you have your license with them, you're gonna get cases. I can guarantee you that. I'm telling you, if you your thing is approved with them to be a provider of Medicaid, you're gonna be getting cases. Yeah, it may be difficult to staff, but you're gonna be getting cases. That I know because I have a one of my friends recently started, and once she got approved, I think like a few days later, she already got in some cases. But now, like, okay, now I have to staff them. Okay. All right. So now diving into private care clients, some tips, some things you can do to really help with your marketing. I mean, this actually is not included in what I want to share. You must have a website. I hope everyone has a website. You cannot do without a website in this digital age. You cannot, okay? If you do not have a website, you need to hire someone right away to get your website up and running, okay? You need to have your website. My website, we are redesigning it right now. And if I tell you go on my website, you're still going to see our information there. Though they are redesigning, but our information is still there. Petra Home Care, call us for this. Why they are building the other stuff in there. Okay, you must have a website. You must have a Facebook page. You must have everything. People are going online to look for things. You must have a Google page. Okay, I'm not talking about that now, but at least you must have a Google page. We have a Google page. It's easy because these days people will just go on Google and click home care, this and that. Have a Google page. We talk about how to set up another time, but you must have a website, have your Facebook page. I mean, digitally be present. Be present. If somebody refer you, one thing they're gonna do, they're going to check out your website, Google you and see if you are legit to do services. And especially for those who are paying private, because they are paying more, they want to make sure you're good. Okay, so that means professionally, you must be present. You must be there for them. So first way to start, after you've set up your website, you have your marketing materials, your brochure, your business card, all of those, right? Places to go and where to get this private client. I remember the first time I went to my doctor, my primary care doctor, to share about my business. I know COVID was out there, but I know as a patient, as each patient, they will let me come in, right? I used that. I'm a patient of his practice. I was able to go in there. I developed a very good rapport with the office staffs and everything, and introduced my business. Actually, I didn't even see him that day because he was so busy. But I speak with the office staff, the receptionist. I mean, and it's a busy clinic that he has. I introduced, left my information there. That same day, I got a call, a referral from that office. So doctor's office, either your primary care doctor's office or any doctor. So as long as you're able to build relationship with them and go there to introduce yourself, doctor's office. So you may want to take your Google and Google like clinics, internal medicine clinics or family medicine or geriatric doctors in your area. Google them. You're going to see a lot of them that will come up. Phone numbers will come up. You can call them and see if you're able to come in or mail some information to them. So number one, doctor's offices. I'm telling you, doctor's offices and clinics, they are one good place to go. I was surprised. I mean, like the first day I went in there, thank you. The first day I went in there, like, really? And since then, I've been going, guys, right? Because you want to keep your face right there. You want them to remember your face, to remember your name. Because somebody else might come in. But good for me, nobody has ever gone to that office to share anything about home care to them. Nobody. So look for doctors' offices. Not pediatrician now. So not that, because I don't take pedi. But if you do pediatrics, of course. But look for internal medicine, family practice, and geriatric doctors. I mean, you will see if you go on their website, you Google them, most of the time we have like the age range of the people that they care for, okay? And if they're geriatrics, it will be there. And most of these family doctors, they see older clients. I mean, I'm not old, right? But I've been to the offices so many times, I see there are other people that come there. So you want to, that's one of the places you want to consider, doctor's offices. And even before doctor's offices and all of those, words of mouth goes a long way. Word of mouth for people that you know, just let everybody around you know that you do home care. And this is the caveat to it. When you tell them you do home care, most people do not know what home care is all about. Because some might think home care is, what do you guys do? Or they might think home care is something that is covered by the insurance. So you have to let them know we have home care, and home care is for personal care services. We do bathing, we do toileting, we help with ambulation, meal preparation, you name it. We have to remind them of medications, companionship, social support for those who are alone. So you let people know that is what your home care is all about, and this is privately paid. So that being said, the next set of people you want to know and mingle with and develop a very good relationship with for private paid clients are your hospice agencies. I have gotten so much from hospice agencies, guys. Hospice agencies. Because most time, not being that I've been in the hospital, being a case manager, I know some of these things. Because sometimes the patient or the family thinks, once we are in hospice is going to be sending somebody in every day, having somebody with us 24/7. No insurance cover personal care or cover somebody to be with a patient round the clock. No insurance, not even Medicaid. So what they do sometimes is they can have somebody come in for maybe 3 times a week to help with personal care, like bathing, shower, things like that, 1 to 2 hours. Once they are done, they are out. So Medicare or any insurance, they do not pay for having someone sit with a patient for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, provide companion, provide all of those. They do not. So when you partner with hospice agencies, they can refer people to you that need more help at home because they cannot do it. All right. So if you know some hospice agencies, number one, you can start developing a relationship with their marketer, their clinical liaison. Okay, if you know them. I mean, because me being that I have been in the hospital, I know some of these marketers. I build relationship to them because I refer them. I give patients to them. So I started my relationship with that. And once you know those marketers, you can take it another step further, and ask them to connect you to, number one, their social worker for the agency. Because for most time, the social worker of the hospice agency is the one that help the families to set up for private care, personal care services. So you want to ask if you know the marketer, ask them to say, please, can you link me to your social worker? All right. I have done that, and they have connected me with their social workers. And also, if it's a small agency, you can ask to be connected with the owner or the director of the agency. But for most of the hospice agencies that I deal with, they are so big. So I just speak with the social worker and the marketers. Okay. So the marketers, they can, like, if they got a referral that they know this person might need, or based on their conversation with the family, right away they will send information to me, like, Victoria, just reach out to the family and talk about what services you provide. And with my experience with the marketers I've been working with, they've been able to actually follow up for me. Like, okay, ma'am, we talked about this the last time I was here. Are you ready? These people, they are so good. So they have been able to help me even close some deals. And if it's not going to work out, they will let me know, like, Victoria, I don't bother calling them. I don't think they're going to go that route anymore. So it kind of like helps. So you want to look for hospice agencies, okay? Because they are private paid. Private paid, they're going to pay you. I mean, it may not be long term. You may have them on board for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But once the agencies know you are very good, they're going to be thinking about you all the time. And once you have that, so like each week, you want to follow up with the marketer, your contact person, your social worker with the agency, and or the director, whoever they connect you with, you want to continue to follow up. Send them something via email or mail something to them. Maybe a thank you, maybe your information. Just stay in contact with them. The marketers I work with, they have been very good. If I thought they hear of something, like they hear, because sometimes they have like a weekly meetings and they will be talking about cases like, oh, this person is going to be needing additional help. They will give me a heads up. I actually have one of them will give me a heads up, like, oh, you may want to check with that social worker to see if they need help at this point, just check with the social worker. And I would just reach out like, oh, okay, is there any of your client I can help you with? I can do all of the education, explain what our services is all about. You don't have to do that. That is going to save you some time. And most of the time, they will like that. So hospice agency, they are marketers, they are social workers. If they have case managers, if they don't, most of the time they may not have case managers, but they have social worker. But if they have case managers, yes. Okay, either of those two that they have. And another agency, okay, you have been doing doctor's office, yeah. So you want to follow up, not just to leave your information, follow up with them. Okay, randomly I will just call them. Yes, it's Victoria again. Is there any clients you think might need our services? How we just talk with them. Okay, so you want to follow up, just so at least they keep you in the loop. So another agency is home health. Home health. Like hospice, insurance doesn't pay for somebody to stay with the patient, so they don't. They do not. Medicare pays for somebody to come twice a week to give them bath, and that's it. So if patient needs somebody to do meal preparation, to transfer the patient to the living room back and forth, to stay a couple of hours and things like that, it is primary care. Actually, I met a patient last night, just discharged from the hospital. They already set up home health. So we are trying to work with the home health. So at least we know what they are doing and we're able to support them. And this is why I told the daughter, I'm like, when the home health is here, especially with the physical therapies, our care provider is able to see what they are doing and help you to continue with that. Because when physical therapist comes, they're here for 30 minutes. The maximum is 45 minutes. They're gone. And they don't come every day, maybe 2-3 days later. I said, but when the care provider is here, she can help to make sure whatever they started working on with the patient, we continue with that. So instead of patient not being able to do anything until another time that the therapist come, we are moving forward. We are helping to make progress. Like, wow. So home health, you're gonna love that. It's okay, my phone. Okay, we are almost there. So we're talking about doctor's office, hospice, home health. Another people is assisted living facilities and memory care. Yes, assisted living and memory care. So memory care, they are not so much because they're like in a locked unit. But from my experience with the assisted living that I've been with, usually when they have somebody new that just come into the facility with mild dementia, Alzheimer's, they usually recommend the family to have somebody with a client for at least 2 to 3 weeks consistently. Because memory care, they have their aide, but probably they have one aide assigned to 12, 24 clients. They have no one that is going to sit down with the patient for hours and hours and hours. They come in, get them up, maybe wheel them to the dining area, things like that. So most of the time they say they request for the family to have somebody to be with the patient client for 2 to 3 weeks, at least to get adjusted to the environment. Because people with dementia, behavior, things can trigger change in behavior, especially new environments, new faces, and things like that. So most of the time the request usually is very short term, 2 to 3 weeks, but sometimes they've been having to have some patients, some clients that may stay longer with the private care provider because the family love them and they see the change. Behavior is well controlled, client is able to eat and things like that, not being neglected and all of those things. And their assisted living is similar because the assisted living is similar. So the assisted living is similar because it's the same thing. They have one aide that is taking care of so many rooms, right? And they go in to do what they need to do, pass medication, get them for breakfast, for lunch, and things like that. They don't have someone staying with them, like, having that one-on-one relationship. So most of the time they need somebody. If the client needed more help, most of the time it's private caregiver that stay with them for 4 to 6 hours. If you go to any big assisted living, most of the time you're going to see different aides there with their uniform, doing different things. Okay, yes, and family pay for that. And mind you, know that assisted living, because it's privately paid, that means those people can afford it. Here in the Houston area, assisted living goes from $3,500 and above. $3,500 and above. And for those who need additional care, they pay additionally for additional services. Okay, they pay additionally for services. So you want to consider that. After assisted living is independent living. So independent living is another type of facility, but it's called independent. It's pretty much seniors that are there, but They do not get assistance with personal care, unlike the assisted living, where they have an aide that comes in maybe every day to get them up, change their bed, take them for meals and things like that. They are independent. Only thing they provide at these facilities is the room and board. They provide meals, okay, where they can come down to the dining room and eat. They provide like other things like gym area, theater, things like that, and provide an environment where, is very secured. Most independent living is like a locked facility, like people can just go in and out and things like that. So with that is another place because they care for themselves and they are elderly people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And in Houston, I have seen a facility independent living that is over $8,000 per month. $8,000 per month. And they have like different, they have different levels. They have like maybe 1-bedroom apartment or 2 bedrooms. It depends. But each resident there is responsible for their personal care. I know with my experience with the directors at the facilities, the people you want to connect with at the independent facilities, the managers and their business director. They always have people that is business person that kind of like we do like a touring of the facility, meet prospect residents as they're coming in, and they do events. So you might want to get to know the business person there, the business manager, executive, business development, somebody, and build relationship with them, and then ask for their monthly events, or you coming in and do an event every month. You may want to call it anything. It may be music, it may be educational, it may be anything. They will let you come in and do that. And you have your stuff there, and then you can leave your information. So other ways. And then outside of that, senior centers, any senior communities, may not be independent living, maybe an apartment, any senior living, go there, YMCA, anything that has to do with like senior communities, see what events they are doing and be part of it. Be part of it, be able to have a table, be able to do, if you are a type of person that you can speak, do like anything, any events there to speak with them, to do like a display, or maybe you just put music on, you want somebody to display something, anything that will call for attention, you just do it. And last but not the least, they're like hospitals, rehabs, all of those places. Meeting with the case managers, discharge planners at these different places. Okay, hospitals is big, and it depends on your area. If you are an area that they have a local hospital, check with them. Sometimes some local hospitals, they do events, so be able to be part of their events. And some hospitals, they do networking. I know when I used to go out, West Houston Hospital, they used to have like we used to hold a monthly networking event there. Like we have like different agencies. We come in, we hang out, we meet. Sometimes we have someone that will do like an education, talk about something. And the case managers at the facilities, we have sometimes they have like 2 or 3 of them that will come in and meet with us. So it's a way like, okay, we give them our information. This is what I do. And most of the time they will give you their information so you can have that personal relationship with them and you can take it to the next level. So rehab facilities, because sometimes when patient is leaving from rehab to go home, they will need additional support. So these are just some places you can go for private pay clients. And outside of that, there are other places you can check out that is going to cost you to be able to get referral sites. One of it is care.com. I'm almost done. I think I won't be long, but I'm here long. Care.com. It's a platform where job postings, different things are there for people looking for caregivers. Sometimes, I mean, for me, I haven't had much success with care.com. I have just noticed a lot of agencies posting jobs there. That is for me, but I have had people who have had great success from care.com. We have to pay to be able to get the lead, to be able to, what they do is once you sign up for their thing, I think it's every 3 months, then we have access to the platform where people kind of post, oh, I'm looking for a caregiver, I need help with this. And then you reach out to those people and private message them or anything. That's care.com. Another one is agingcare.com. And that is a place for mom. A place for mom owns that site, Aging Care. So with that, you pay, they do what they call is pay per lead. I think the lowest is like $42 per lead, okay, to $48 per lead. And with all these sites, it's not guaranteed, okay? I know for them, it says about 10% conversion rate, but if your 10% is a 24/7 client, then that is huge, because 24/7 is gonna bring you about $8,000 to $10,000 per month, okay? So which can be helpful, but you have to pay to be able to get the lead. And then another one is Care in Home. Care in Home is another site similar to Aging Care, where you pay per lead. You sign up, you can sign up for maybe for 10 leads per month. They have different options and you can choose whichever one you want. All right, and then you'll be getting the lead from them. So I mean, that for those who don't have marketers, that can be a way to start marketing, you know, because you're going to be getting lead. I mean, you pay for the leads, and if they need it and things like that, you're able to convert from lead to client, okay? But at least that will let you know that there are clients out there, people looking for in-home care, and you just take it from there, okay? So that is where I'm going to stop this afternoon. I plan to be able to do weekly or every other week. Schedule is busy. You know, we're doing a lot of things, but I plan to be able to do weekly or every other week, so at least be able to come and share some things. And if you have any question, then you can post it here on the platform. And if you know anyone in the home care business that this will benefit, please bring them in, you know, invite them to join, invite them to join. And don't forget, your social presence is very matter. What you give out to people matters. If you have time to, if you're able to meet any client in home, make sure you leave your information there, your business card. If you have a folder, your brochure, all of those things is there. And constantly following up with your referral, you know, support, and ask them to connect with other people. I mean, that is what they have done for me. I've had one of my connection connect me to like another facility, connect me with another clinics. So things like that. All right. And be out there, see if there's any networking opportunity that you want to go, check them out. You know, you may want to check things out, you know, differently to see which one will work for you. All right. So I'm going to be checking on the Facebook later on to see if there is any question. I'm going to be responding to the question. So that is all I have for you this afternoon. I hope it's beneficial. Oh, thank you, Tayo. Thank you, Kizzy. For those who are here, thank you. I appreciate you guys joining me this afternoon. I will be checking it, and if there is any question, I will respond, okay? If I don't respond to you guys, know I'm a businesswoman like yourself, okay? I'm running a business. It's busy. So if I don't respond to you right away, I will get back to you. Sometimes I sleep so late, that is when I'm able to check my social media, look at what is going on, and respond. All right, so don't be mad. If there's anything, you can send it to me. All right, so I love you guys. Make it a great afternoon. Make a plan moving forward every week. You want to be reaching out, okay? Make a plan of who to call, where to go. You are in business to make money, and you need to be out there. All right, so another one to come your way very soon. God bless you. I love you. Have a good one. Victoria. Yes. Bye-bye.